What's good, everybody? It's your boy Alti the Gawd. I'm here with my guy, DJ Effect,
Was popping.
and we're here to talk. Just have a good little conversation. You know what I'm saying? Get the effect a little bit. Talk to you about Tequila Garden on March 15th at Tomorrowland. You know what I'm saying? We can just shoot the shits. You know what I'm saying? So, Effect, what's good, bro?
What's up, man? Good, man. You here, so we good now?
Yeah, man. Thanks for taking the time to kick it.
Absolutely,
You
man.
know, we here with Mr. Cream Truck, the hottest hip hop ice cream in Miami. Um, what What do you tell me about yourself? Like, tell the people that might not know who you are, what you do, your background, all that good stuff.
I'm just everybody's favorite neighbor, you know what I'm saying? Miami native. Started off in the DJ game, as everybody know, producer game, radio personality, and then ventured off into the ice cream world and launched his brand, and it's been very good for myself, my family, and the community. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to create jobs out here and keep the hustle going. You know what I'm saying?
What like spawned the idea though?
So when I was like 16 years old, my first job, even though it was only one day, was at Dairy Queen. So I worked for a day, and I was like, man, like I was just inspired by seeing how the owner was living when I was a kid, and I was trying to pay for records. So
Right.
like I got my first job that was outside of DJing, which was like selling ice cream and shit. So
Right.
it lasted a day because I didn't want to clean up the shop, but I like the idea of ice cream, and when the opportunity presented itself, I was like, from 16, I just always wanted to own either an ice cream shop, ice cream truck, something with ice cream, and I thought it was dope to like mix hip hop culture with ice cream, so that's when I ran with it.
Dope, dope, okay. But so but before the ice cream you were like doing music, DJing, like
Yeah, man.
what was first?
I got into music when I was 13. I used to play sports. I had an issue with my leg. It's called a bone cyst, and I didn't walk. I couldn't walk for like 2 years. So when that happened, I didn't really know what I was gonna do. There was some movie on TV called Juice. I saw the DJ battle scene, and I was like, I got to do that because I've always been a competitive person. So when I saw I couldn't do sports, I was like, what can I do to be competitive? And when I saw like the DJ battle scene, I was like, that's what I want to do.
Okay. Okay. And then the DJing just led you into music, like
Yeah,
production.
man. So it started with that, and then like DJing. Then I kind of fell in love with music, so I became like a band dork. You know what I'm saying? So I was playing drums, and from drums to the keyboard, and then I started figuring out like when I listened to music as a DJ, I was like, I want to be able to learn how to make it.
Okay.
So then I started like studying the greats before I got to work with the greats, and that's how I got into producing music.
Who are your greats?
Timberland, Swiss Beats. I liked Quincy Jones, but I didn't understand. Like, I didn't really know the difference between like a producer and a beat maker.
Okay.
So when I figured out, like I was like when I started learning the business, I was like, oh, did Quincy Jones play all the instruments? But I didn't really know that he put it all together and then had people play the instruments. But then coming up, like looking at guys like Swiss Beats and Timberland and Dr. Dre, they were making the music themselves. So I
Right.
started to learn the difference of like producing a record, making a beat, or producing and making a beat, and that's kind of how it all came together. I just like the thing of taking nothing and making it into something.
Okay. Okay. And did you do any production for like any Miami artists or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. So I worked with Ross. I worked with Flow Rider. My biggest accomplishment, like my first platinum plaque as a producer, was with Pitbull.
Nice.
So I did some records for Pit, and that got me my first platinum plaque, my first gold plaque. And before it was streams, like when we were selling records, I got to sell like 3.5 million records as a producer before streams.
Mm.
So for me, it was exciting, man. Coming up, just like being this kid who didn't know what the fuck he wanted to do, being able
Yeah.
to do that, it was dope. And me and Pitbull had a strong relationship. Like one of the first demos that got him signed to his first record deal was done in my mom's living room. So
That's
there was a
fire.
lot of cool stories, and I worked with Jason Derulo the same way when Jason was living out here, and then he got on and did his thing. So it's been a dope journey.
It's funny that you bring up Pitbull because I saw what you posted earlier about the wild Pitbull.
Yeah,
That was a hilarious
it
video.
was just like a perfect 305 day meme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But okay, so talk to me about like the DJ climate in Miami right now. Like what what do you feel about it?
I feel like the DJ climate got fucked up a long time ago. That's why I was like one of the first DJs who took on the passion of like promoting my own parties because I got
Right.
tired of conforming to listening to promoters, and you're one of the few promoters who actually respect the DJ. But for a long time, people were just like, "I'm paying you. You got to do what I say." And I think that's what started ruining parties. Like just catering to two tables versus 2,000 people, and that's why I think you and I shared the same vision because we were like the first people going off the beach and doing stuff in Wynwood and
Yeah.
like venturing off into a uncharted territory and started to do parties in places that weren't what was considered the safe zone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got into the whole promotion business and You know, at first it started, I was promoting my own party, DJing my own party. But then again, like I was saying, even with the ice cream stuff, I'm very big on like employing people and giving
Mm.
people jobs and shit. So like, I didn't want to be like hogging my own stuff. So that's why I started booking DJs at my parties and focused on the growth and longevity of my parties. And I pride myself on saying, even to this day, even though things have been real rough in Miami, like I have the longest running hip hop party in Miami now. Well, at least on that side of the bridge, like my party's been going on for 11 years. So I'm excited about that. That's why when the opportunity came up to rock with y'all, I was like, you know, people that I respect and people that I want to do parties with. It was just it was a no brainer. You
Yeah.
know, when you called me about the Tequila Garden thing, I was like, yo, this is dope because you know, somebody I respect to be able to do a party with them versus compete with them. I think that's what's changing in the climate. I feel like more people need to stop working against each other and start working together.
And it's funny you say that because I've been talking to a lot of my guys that I partner with, and right now is a crucial time for partnerships.
Right.
Like we're in a climate like we all know, like the money's not what it once was. People have that COVID mentality where people were just they got money like and was just spending like scammers and all that stuff, and we're not in that place now. So I think instead of everybody thinking they can do for self, let's work together. There's enough still for it to go around for
For
everybody.
sure.
You just don't be selfish.
And I got to be honest with you, even when that was happening, I was embracing the blessings and we were all making money that we never made before. But the whole time it was happening, I told all my colleagues and everybody I was working with, like, guys, this is a bonus. Don't get used to this. This is not real life. This has never been real life. These parties don't make this kind of money. It's like it's monopoly money at this point.
Yes.
People were taking money they didn't work for, and that's why they were spending it the way they did. So, to me, I was like, just gonna go back to 2019 right after 2020, and that's exactly what's happening. But because of everything that's going on, the money ain't even worth the same.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of people got nervous because they got so used to the balling out of control mentality, but it was never real life. So like when everybody's complaining now, like, oh, everything's fucked up, it's not fucked up. It's just back to normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
well, the new normal or whatever. But
Word.
you know, I just think, yeah, we all gotta adapt and think about even going back like to 2017, 18, there wasn't 100 promoters. You know what I'm saying? The reason why everybody started doing it is because everybody saw this non-realistic money and they saw it as a come up. Just like during the pandemic, everybody was a yacht charter. Everybody was chartering yachts during the pandemic. So now all of a sudden, people that were really chartering boats their whole career started having to compete with people
Yeah.
who just went into that thing. That's kind of what happened with the promotion game. But I feel like again, only the strong survive. And this is like one of these things again, like when Serato came out for DJs. Like there was a million DJs when there was only 4 or 5. Then everybody's undercutting. But now if you look, all of the OG DJs are back. All the guys who've been doing this shit for years. Like there's no reason that I'm not gonna say I don't want to like put myself down, but like there's no reason why I've been able to be in the position I've been in as a DJ for 2 decades. It's just because nobody was passionate and then everybody started doing it as a gimmick. But if you look at all the DJs back running Miami, it's been the same guys who've been doing it for the last 2 decades. There was a couple people that try to come in the middle and work for cheap money, work for hookah, work for free bottles, but they're all out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's again, it's like a only the strong survive mentality. You know,
Who are some of the DJs you like personally like to work with, like that are maybe some of your favorites?
on a
Or
local level or
yeah,
just in general?
local level.
Local level, like, you know, I really like what Vibe's been doing out here for a minute. He's like a young OG because he's been in the game for a minute. I'm proud of Don Hot for what he's been able to
Yes.
accomplish. And different DJs for different reasons. You know, there's some DJs that I really fuck with because of their technical abilities. There's some DJs I really fuck with because of their charisma and like what they do, not so much on a technical level. So there's like, you know, there's different guys, you know, like there's been a lot of guys like Conflict who's a very technical DJ. I think he's great. But I think there's a lot of like slept on guys. Like I think Jimbo Slice is a guy that has been DJing for a long time and he's finally getting his flowers late in the game. And I think he deserves, you know, the credit. Junior, you know, he's been a guy that's been able to switch up with the times and be able to be a full-blown Latin DJ and at the same time be a full-blown hip-hop DJ. And I don't think a lot of people can do versatility. So there's just different reasons why I like different guys. I think Fly Guy is another creative genius. You know, there's just different reasons why different DJs I like for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could take one quality of each one of those guys and turn it into one super DJ, that would be like the ideal scenario.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
Okay. So since you've been on like both sides of the coin, promoter and DJ, what do you feel is like the most important part musically of a party? The opening, the middle, or like the closing?
I think the opening DJ has the most stressful job because he's the guy that's getting abused. He's the guy that, yo, why aren't you playing Sexy Red? Why aren't you playing Boss Man D-Lo? And he's trying to make the room last, because the truth is that if you're a consumer and you come to a party, the goal for a party is to have the longevity of the night, whether it's through years or through the actual, let's say, the 4 or 5 hour window. If everybody hears every hit they want to hear by 12, 1 o'clock, there's really no reason for them to stay.
Yeah.
So it's about maneuvering the room, reading the crowd, and know when to play the right thing at the right time. But the opener sets the tone for the whole party. Yeah. Anybody could come in at prime time, play every hit back to back, and walk off stage and be a superstar. So I think the opener, actually, to me, the opener is the legend.
Word. That's true. How do you feel about, like, when people say, like, oh, bottle service and table sections and all that ruin the party? Do you think that's true, or do you feel like, is it the music that's not the same too, that doesn't give people a chance to dance? Because obviously there's also a change in music. Like, what do you feel like affected the party for people to have more fun?
I think everybody trying to do everything the same is what ruined it. I always feel that there should have been bottle service clubs, should have remained bottle service clubs. The Wynwood style of clubs should have remained Wynwood style clubs. And people should have the option, like, yo, tonight I want to go out and spend 10 grand, go to the beach. If I want to go out tonight with my girl and spend 50 or 100 bucks, not have to dress up, not have to worry about the door rules and the dress code. The problem is when everybody started fighting for the same market share and everybody tried to do the same gimmick, everybody had the same signs, the same bottles, the same music, it lost its wow factor, because you could go out one night of the week and experience one thing, go out. And the other thing that I think messed up thing was, like, the social media thing. Like, for instance, when the wave of Afrobeat came in, it was so refreshing. It was like this beautiful sound. And then everybody started doing it. DJs that didn't know how to play the music started playing it just by going down a list and not figuring out how to put it together. So, like, everything just gets oversaturated and played out really quick. Like, somebody comes up with a funny sign on a bottle parade, then every single club is doing the same sign, the same concept, the same bottle specials, the same DJs. And I just really believe there needs to be, like, when you get on an airplane, you got first class, business class, and coach. That should be the same thing at nightlife. I don't think everybody needs to feel the pressure to be a bottle client. I don't think everybody should feel the pressure to be a regular person. Like, it should just be like, you go where you fit in and everybody has a good time.
So what is your vision, I guess, for Tequila Garden in that sense then? Like, what do you feel like about Tequila Garden in regards to, like, how you would want it, the customer, to feel the party is?
I feel that everybody should be comfortable in their own skin at the party. If you a baller, you should be able to buy your bottle, but not expect it to be treated different than the person who is spending his hard-earned money in the GA. I don't think there should be a velvet rope separating, you know, the difference of financial income. I think it should be a party where everybody comes as they are and just has a good time and vibes. Like, everybody now, I feel like everyone has pressure now when they go to a club. Like, will I get in? The girl's thinking, oh, am I cute enough to get in? The guys are like, damn, do I have enough money to even go talk to that girl? I think that's got to kind of be left outside, and everybody got to come in for the vibes.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
And drink a lot of tequila in the garden.
I'm gonna ask you something a little left field. And I'm sure you've seen many things in a party. Give me, like, a crazy groupie story that you've seen, and it could be a guy or a girl, because dudes could be groupies too.
I think in the last 5 years, guys have been more groupies than girls.
But I'm saying, give me, like, something
Scenarios that I've seen. I mean, I could tell stuff. I don't know if it's considered a groupie story or not. I've seen somebody ask me at the door of Brick for me, saying they were his homeboy. And that's not a groupie story. That's just fucking. Oh, I'm on Effects Liz. I'm Effects homie, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll start trolling them back. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go to John, whoever's at the door, be like, yo, he's asking for Effect. Where is he? And then John starts laughing, and I'm like, man, get the fuck out of my face. Like, it's like, you know, that type of shit. Because everybody knows my personality. Like, I'm a troll. Like, I sit on internet all day. I make fun of shit. Like, I don't really take shit seriously. I just have a good time. And, like, granted, I could be an asshole, but it's like stories like that. So I don't know as a groupie story, but that's just one story that's always stands out in my head. But I mean, the girl groupie stories in Miami are crazy. I mean, you have them all, you've seen them all, you live them all. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
I
that's
haven't lived anything.
Yeah, the stuff that's happening now is just crazy, man. I just think the access of people knowing how to follow people on social media and figure out how to identify them is what people are using as bait to get in the club, get free bottles, get free this, get free that. And to me, that's just weird.
I feel that. And last thing, so the reason why we're also featuring Mr. Cream, his ice cream brand, is we're actually going to be giving out free ice cream to the first 100 ladies that come to the party. So I guess let us know like what flavors you got, like what can they expect from Mr. Cream
So the one thing
at
about
Tequila
Mr.
Garden.
Cream is we got different flavors for the different flavors. You know what I'm saying? So we bringing out the different we gonna have everything from like the vegan vibes with the fresh strawberry, fresh lemonade stuff down to our world famous we call it 2 Live Blue, which is the legendary blue Oreo ice cream with cookie dough. That's what put us on the map. That's what made our store become #1. Later on down the line, people started calling it Cookie Monster and started riding the coattail. But we invented the blue cookies and cream ice cream. So like that's a legendary thing. And then we got the dulce de leche for the people that like reggaeton. So like I said, we got different flavors for the different flavors.
I like that. I like that. Well, bro, I appreciate your time.
I'm ready for
Thank you
Tequila Garden
for
though.
sitting with me. You know what I'm saying? And
Always.
again, remember you can catch DJ Effect Saturday, March 15th at Tequila Garden at Tomorrowland. And you can get some Mr. Cream ice cream. Ladies, it's all for you.
By the way, I'm celebrating my birthday kickoff at Tequila Garden, so it's gonna be extra crazy. Pisces gang, come out, pull up. We having birthday festivities.
Facts. And we're going to get him one of those signs that he hates.
Yep.